Okay, it's high noon, just passing the Big Meadows Lodge area. That was the lodge you saw in the background up on top of the bluff in the last clip, and then just came off a really nice view of the Shenandoah Valley. I don't know what the name of the peak was. There was another summit higher above. Some of those rocks that you saw on the cliffs in the clip right before this one, I guess. Anyway, I had a big breakfast late and a blackberry milkshake for the first time, and they live up to the bill for sure. I will have another one at the next wayside for sure. But slightly overcast, sun's popping in and out. It's warming up a little bit, but I've only got about, I think, less than 3 miles left to get to today's destination, which means I might be able to do something I really haven't done. That's take an afternoon nap. So feeling much better today than I did yesterday, and been plenty to see and do as well. Look, I think that's the lodge up there. I'm gonna turn around again. That may be the main lodge, and then that was just one of the hotel sections that we just passed. But anyway, getting into, I think this shelter, I might have been saying Black Rock Hut. I've already stayed at Black Rock Hut. That was the second day. The day I thought I'd broken my trekking pole. I meant to tell you that. It wasn't broken, it just kind of got dislocated, and I just had to pop it back together, and it's working like a champ. So that's something I don't have to worry about dealing with when I get to Luray. But anyway, I'm just headed to Rock Spring Hut, not Black Rock Hut, Rock Spring Hut, and that's where we'll stay for the night, it looks like. So I'll check in when I get to camp. I think that rock formation over there, just below Skyline Drive, is Franklin Cliffs, which we'll get to see in a minute. We're going out over this saddle, I'm pretty sure, right there. And we'll go back up this way and then back down and over and up towards that way, and I imagine ultimately we're going up. That may be, I don't know what that mountain is, maybe the Pinnacle, but I believe that's in the cards for later on tomorrow. Okay, I'm probably got the best view I'm going to get from the cliffs. I'm headed up that way to the right. That's north. This is looking out west into the Shenandoah Valley. And you'll get a real good picture of where I was just a little while ago. You'll see the cleft up at the base of the summit of the mountain right there. And then basically came along the side of the mountain, down, out and around, and then right there at the picture, the ridge, dog legs back to the left and come straight towards me. Just a beautiful spot. This is a Rock Spring Hut. Rock Spring Hut, which is where I'm staying for the night. I've actually been here for a good little while. I took a nap. And I've been down to the spring, which is just in front of that big boulder in the center of the picture. And they have another one of the rental cabins down here. This is the Rock Spring Cabin, and there's a group that have rented that are obviously going to be staying here tonight. But the hut is for the backpackers. Another guy that's through hiking still flopped out up there, and I'm about to be flopped out up there again. There's the privy. So it's a beautiful spot. I've got my tents up even higher up above the privy, but it's hard to see from this video, but there is a beautiful view out into the Shenandoah Valley. So you ought to be able to see the lights in the valley this evening from up here. It'd be a really pretty spot. All right, it's 8 o'clock and I'm about to go to bed. I thought you might like a quick tour of my tent. So it's got a big vestibule on the front that allows me to store gear once I'm inside the tent. Although tonight I think the gear is all going to sleep in the tent with me just to be extra safe. I've got a piece of Tyvek ground cloth under the tent. It's just a material that's used for house wrap and things like that. And I have a piece for the vestibule, but I'm just scared whatever I might leave out here might get wet. The piece of Tyvek I have for the vestibule is not really full coverage. There's supposed to be rain coming in about 4 o'clock in the morning, and the next several days it's supposed to rain, so probably gonna have to pack up a wet tent in the morning. But anyhow, this is what it looks like inside, and like I said, most of the time the gear is outside except for my sleeping bag and things like that. But I've got my yellow sleeping pad and my orange quilt, a little $10 inflatable pillow, which has turned out to be one of the best pieces of gear I've ever bought. I don't know what I would do without that thing. I've got a little pocket over here that my knives and inhaler and other little sundry things in my pockets will end up there. And then I've got another one just like it on this side that's got all the stuff sacks for the tent, the sleeping pad, the quilt, and all that. And then the pack obviously is back there in the back. One bottle of water that I keep in the tent just to sip on at night. My little green electronics bag, that's my Tyvek for the vestibule that I'm going to keep inside so it doesn't get wet. That's dessert. And then my other bottle of water and my cook set, which will stay outside. And then I have my toiletries and first aid in my little red bag, and that will go in the tent as well. So that's home on trail. If it rains, like they say it's going to rain for the next 4 or 5 days, which goes through the end of the trip, I could very well be sleeping in a privy. Sleeping in a privy. I hope not, because that would smell really bad. Sleeping in a shelter so I don't have to pack up a wet tent. We'll just have to see how that all goes. But good night. I will see you tomorrow as we start to get to Stony Man Mountain, Little Stony Man, Mary's Rock. Lots of good things coming up tomorrow. So sweet dreams. Goodbye.